Launch in 3, 2, 1.
What up, Loco KoKo squad? It's your girl LaRoca Blu, and I'm really in the cut. I'm heading out in the shade. It's about 90 degrees in Arizona. If I'm not talking loud, sorry about my voice. I just felt like I needed to talk and, just talk to you guys about a serious subject. The subject I want to talk to you about is anxiety and depression. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I don't want it to be too clear, but I just left the hospital, and the reason being is that I really got overwhelmed, and I got so to the point where I couldn't control anything that I was feeling. If it was sadness, it was anger, I couldn't control anything that I was feeling. And I don't know if this was something that I would ever share about myself in these videos, but ultimately I just wanted to, talk about it because I've seen people like Nicole Arbor make videos about, oh, it's just the state of mind, and just put yourself in a better mental space and focus on what you have and focus on the good things in life. But that kind of frustrates me because that's kind of oversimplifying a problem. And I know there are different degrees of depression. And I know in her video she said that she was depressed before and she was able to work her way out of it to be a shiny, happy person, blah, 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 blah. And I get that, and I commend her. I wish with all my heart I could be that person. I hate when I have these episodes. I feel so weak when I have these episodes. I feel like even thinking about it now, thinking about how overwhelmed I become and how non-functional I become when I have these episodes, it gets me riled up. It gets my emotions. It gets me riled up. And I don't know if I decided to talk about this just to let you guys know, depression and anxiety is a real thing. And it can be triggered by so many things. It could be something so little and unimpactful to somebody who normally walks around. They'll be like, oh, that's something small, why are you tripping? And it can vary to something so big and emotional. You don't know when an anxiety or a panic attack is going to happen. Luckily for me, I have the greatest best friend in the world. KoKo is right there for me. They were able to contact her, and by the time I was actually, coming down, she was right there. I can't thank her enough. There's nothing in the world that I wouldn't do for that girl, because on many occasions she's just shown me that, that she has my back. And there's not a lot of people that you can look at in this world and look at them and be like, they truly have your back. And I can look at KoKo that way. And that's why I'm glad that I started this journey with her I'm glad that God brought her into my life. I'm just so honored to be her friend, you know. Um, but as you can see, I'm out of the hospital, so I'm much better now. But I guess the real reason why I'm making this video is because I want to talk to people who are relating to people who have anxiety and depression. And there's some ways that you can interact. And one of the ways that helps me, and this is not for everyone, but this is for me, and it might help with someone you run into, is ways to engage someone when they're actually in the midst of an attack. Now, one of the ways that works for me sometimes is just talking to me and talking to me logically. And KoKo's great at that. She's able to compartmentalize her thoughts clearly, and I can do that when I'm lucid. I can do that. I can compartmentalize things and kind of, you know, be rational and talk rationally and give people my opinions, grain of salt or not. But when I'm in the midst of an attack, everything is going so crazy that sometimes, along with medication, let me put that out there, because I do take medication. Along with medication, just that rational thought. So somebody talking to me in a rational thought process lets me get back into my mind and helps my mind to get back to a rational place. Also, with the help of the medication that I take kicking in. Now, I know that there are some people who are anti-medication, and for a lot of situations, I am as well. But I know in this situation, this is not a situation that I can handle on my own. And I've been on the brink of disaster too many times to just say that I can handle it on my own. But the rational thought that KoKo's able to provide while the medicine's kicking in, it always brings me back to center. Sometimes she doesn't even know that she helps prevent attacks from happening just by certain things that she says. And because we were so close and it didn't happen, I just don't discuss it. And like today was her first time seeing me have a real panic attack, like a full-on panic attack. Like, she seen me rearing up, and like she was able to get me back, and I get my medication while she wasn't around or whatever, because I'm really private about it. Like, this is my first time speaking to it at all. But the worst thing that you can do to somebody with anxiety or depression is tell them to just get over it. Because at the end of the day, if it was something that we could just get over, we would get over it. No one wants to feel like they're dying. No one wants to feel like they're so angry that they can do something to hurt someone or themselves. No one wants to feel, no one wakes up and be like, dear God, please make this day as crazy as possible for me so I can be outside my mind. And I don't believe anybody wishes that. But a lot of people who don't understand the disorder, their first thing is just get over it. Like, and that's so dismissive. And ultimately it's hurtful. And it's a trigger. It's a trigger because now a person who's already in the worst possible mental space is made to feel like they're going crazy or being petty, which piles on more worry on top of what is already going on. So that's definitely not how you want to engage someone who is dealing with anxiety or depression, to be like, yo, just get over it. Secondly, it's hard to be friends with somebody who has anxiety or depression, and I'll be very honest about that. It takes a strong person to be friends with someone who has anxiety or depression, because at the end of the day, you don't know what that person's triggers are, and sometimes that person doesn't even know what their triggers are, so something can trigger them and now they're in a unhealthy space, and because they don't know what their triggers are, they don't know how to communicate that to other people, and they don't know how to communicate it to their friends so their friends can help them, and it can be very overwhelming for a friend. But for the friend, just stick it out, because the last thing that a person who's dealing with anxiety or depression needs to feel is alone. And outside of KoKo, that's very true for me. I live a very lonely life. Like, I'm trying to do things in my power right now to change that, but I really live a very lonely life. And I think, like I said before, I thank God for KoKo, because she's never turned her back on me. So even though I feel alone, like in the back of my mind, I know that KoKo has my back. She's there for me. She's a friend. And even though it's not enough to stop the attack from happening, it's enough to hold on to so that I don't completely lose my mind. I don't know. I'm here waiting for her. We had to drop her off of work. She was late to work because of me. I feel so bad about that. But I just see all these videos about how depression and anxiety is a state of mind, and a lot of the times it's from people who've never dealt with the disorder. So, like, I just wanted to be, I don't want to be a face of it. Like I said, I probably will never again talk about this, and this is the first time that I'm talking about it. But if you've never gone through what we're going through, then to be so nonchalant and it's just a state of mind is so wrong and so hurtful and so misinforming that it's almost dangerous. So, with that being said, I don't want to keep it too serious, because this page is about fun and it's about love, but I also am a real person and real things happen. So I just wanted to come and, I don't know, I just needed to talk, and I was sitting in the cut, like I said, for real, by myself, and, you know, so I decided to talk to you guys. But anyway, if there are any of my local KoKo squad members out there dealing with anxiety or depression, let me know how you deal with it down in the comments below. I'm definitely looking at new techniques, because some of the techniques that I have are no longer working. Obviously, because I ended up in the hospital today. But let me know in the comments below some of the techniques that you have with dealing with your anxiety and your depression. Also, if you're a friend with someone with anxiety or depression, you know, comment below, how do you interact with your friend? I would definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts. But the medication is really starting to kick in now, and I'm getting kind of sleepy, so I'm going to end this here. But I do thank everyone for their love and support. I do thank you all for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. We appreciate the growth of this channel. We appreciate the family that's coming together. And we definitely have more things coming for you. If this wasn't a clear and concise message, I do apologize about that. But yeah, you know how we do. Until the next video.
Prepare for launch in 3,